Tonight's episode of Painting with Menoth John will not be seen tonight, so that we may present a very special collaboration between Beer Machine and Painting with Menoth John. Mothership, a horror survival RPG starring the cast of Beer Machine and Painting with Menoth John. Presented in Super Legitivision, the future of podcasting. It's .com. Well, good evening, Mothershippers. Here we are. We are back and better than ever after a couple of weeks. Our intrepid explorers are on their way. They're on their way over to the Alexis, and they are super excited about it. And we're super excited to be here with you. It's been a solid, well, let's see, it's been, 2 weeks since last time we were together. And for some reason, I'm having a difficult time, speaking. I guess I should drink more. But we'll take care of that tonight on Mothership. You just wait right there. Folks, here we are. We, of course, have the normal cast and crew. And we will, as usual, start out this evening by talking about kind of what's happened to our characters as far as leveling up. And we'll get their beverage of choice. And I believe that we're going to detect a wee bit of a theme, if you will, in the alcoholic beverages of choice. Let's start off with everybody's favorite Slav engineer. You love him. You know him. It's Sasha Manikov.
Здравствуй. So are we talking about level upgrades too?
Level up and booze.
All right. So upgrades. I hit level 4, and I went the alternate route from the main stats again because they're still subpar. Added +4 to sanity, which seems like it's going to come in handy, and +4 to armor. Gave myself +1 resolve, and I banked both skill points because I don't really know what to spend it on right now. So I'm going to leave it, and something will probably come up. I doubt the GM is going to let me buy a skill in the middle of a dire situation, but that's fine.
Yeah, he's not me.
Yeah, very, very true. And for booze tonight, we have Highland Park 12, which is what has absolutely changed my view on Scotch. This is my coworker and my boss both recommended this to me, and I am absolutely blown away. I want to say it was about $55 for the bottle.
Yep.
Worth every dollar. It's not peat hammer, in the face with peat. It's just enough smokiness. Comes in at 43% alcohol. If you need something Scotch that's not Lafroig.
Yeah. Lafroig 12, otherwise known as light a fire in my mouth. Thank you.
Yeah. Go give this a shot. It's good.
So where is that distilled? Is it a Scotch? I mean, is it from Scotland?
Yes.
Okay.
It is absolutely from the Orkney Islands.
Oh.
Kirkwall.
Sweet. So shout out to Sarah Jane Chu.
Sarah.
And yeah, we miss you terrible. Don't know that you're necessarily watching, but we will certainly put on Facebook tomorrow that we put a shout out to you, Sarah Jane, and you weren't here to hear it. So, of course, it is stupid o'clock in the morning there. It's what?
Oh yeah, +5,
2?
+6.
Probably at least +6, maybe +7. So
+6.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, daylight saving time.
Why aren't you staying up, Sarah? Anyway, because we might mention you. So okay, good, and that's fantastic. I was staring down the barrel of a Highland Park 12 today, and I had what turned out to be $170 worth of booze already in my cart at Binny's, and so it was $60 a bottle at Binny's, which is probably they're a reasonable price. They do big volumes, so they do pass it on to the customer. So maybe next time. And there's been I heard, Rich, through your deep investigation of the tariff laws, that you personally discovered that the tariff laws had been taken down, and I was wondering if you could possibly give us some updates on that.
So it turns out from my I had a confidential informant who does some undercover work for the U.S. government, told me that the current administration was going to repeal the tariffs on Scotch. Because it was one of those tit for tat type nonsense things, and
So where you like dressed in the dusters and you meet under a bridge in the dark, like flickering a bulb light.
Yeah, he's totally the smoking man from the X-Files.
So what happened with the tariff actually being there in the first place? I mean,
I don't know.
The Great
don't know
Orange one had a golf course there. Did he not? Were the hookers in Blow not enough, and he just was retaliating, or what's the story?
Someone probably put a cigarette out on his green or something.
There you go.
Golf is dumb.
Scotland protested his golf course when he got elected.
Actually, that's true, and that's probably why they got the tariffs. So good. Thank you very much, Sasha. We appreciate you. All right, let's go over to Joe Snuffy. Snuffy? Yeah, Snuffy. All of a sudden, this turned into a snuff podcast. You reached level 4 also. What did you do with your points, and what it is that you are drinking?
Well, as always, I'm +5 to combat and +3 to strength.
You'll be good someday.
No, I'm not going to be good. I'm going to hit stuff, but I'm probably going to lose my shit before I get to anything. So those saves are pretty bad. I also chose to gain 1 resolve, and I used my 1 bank skill point and 2 acquired skill points to specialize in my submachine gun.
Outstanding. You are specialized. And what are you drinking this evening?
I have a little flavor from Monument City Brewing Company. It's the Campfire series. It is a vanilla porter.
Excellent. Delicious. That sounds lovely. All right, let's move on to everybody's favorite synthetic piece of awesome. You know him. You love him. He's Eric. You did not level up this time.
I didn't. I was already special enough.
You are very special. Perhaps tonight's your big night.
Yeah, I mean, here's hoping.
Yeah.
So I didn't level up. I'm not drinking anything right now. I probably will later, but I've been drinking scotch all day because when you work at a game store, apparently that's what you do.
Excellent. Sounds like a great deal. Wish I could do. Well, I guess I could do that. To be honest,
you could.
I could literally
Who's
drink.
Gonna stop you?
Nobody. What, the dog? I don't think so. Kids won't know. I got the door closed. Hey, Ron. So
Ron.
Oh yeah, I just put that roaster in. Whatever. All right. So cool. And you were drinking scotch earlier. So folks, for those of you playing along at home, that's 2 scotch, 1 beer. 2 scotch and 1 beer. There's a George Thorogood song in there somewhere. And moving on to Reggie, you did not level up. However, what are you drinking?
I'm drinking the same thing as Rich. I looked down the barrel at that Island 12, and I did not turn away. I shot a dead point and took it home. Threw it over the hood of the car.
Excellent. Well done. Well played. Yes, and to Zeffy Wings, yes, I am running the RPG, and I have been running the RPG so far for the 7 episodes. I am drinking what's left of it. This is what I have dubbed a red line Negroni. So normally a Negroni is a 1-1-1 cocktail of Campari, sweet vermouth, or red vermouth, depending upon Rosso vermouth if you want to, and London Dry Gin. However, the Kingston Negroni substitutes out the gin for rum. I have taken that and I have specialized in high proof rum with Smith & Cross Navy Strength rum. It's literally what it's called on there, and which is it's 58% alcohol. I looked at it again, Rich, and it's 58% alcohol.
Gotcha.
So I will be having one of those, and then for afterwards as a little dessert rum, I will have some Plantation 20th anniversary XO. So it's I'm almost done with this bottle. I might as well kill it tonight. And there you have it. So
let's hope that's the only thing you kill tonight.
I am not a GM that relishes the death of his player characters, but will not hesitate to do so. All right, so let me go ahead, and we've got just a tiny little bit of housekeeping. When last we were together, for those of you playing along with the home version of this adventure, the team awoke on the SS Tingler and experienced rather unusual goings on. They saw loved ones in mirrors, and there was another effect the other time that they started up their hyperdrive, where duplicates showed up and then mysteriously disappeared. It was a thing. I highly recommend you listen to episode 6. But I did a piss poor version of describing the planets that they are around. So when they came out of their hyperdrive and they woke up and they looked out the windows, they noticed that they were around a desolate planet and a moon. And I did a poor job of describing the moon, and I would like to do a better job of that right now. The moon is roughly the size of Earth's moon and is likewise tide-locked. Now, for those of you who don't know what tide-locked means, that means that one side consistently faces the planet, the other side consistently faces space. So think of it as like the light side and the dark side of the moon.
Yeah, like our moon.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That is why
Gotcha.
our moon is tide-locked. This moon is tide-locked.
Yep.
And our good scientist, Reggie, had trained the space telescope using the space controls towards the moon and was able to notice that it is barren, although obviously littered with wrecks. And as he looked towards the northern hemisphere, he saw faint signs of life. And I would like to know, I would like you to do what would be the equivalent of a perception check. Let's do a
Space perception.
Intellect.
An intellect check, Reggie.
Okay. Just trying to see if there's anything I have that might help with this, but I don't think I do.
Looking at a telescope skill. You got that?
No, just other skills like that might
I'm just
add
teasing,
to
buddy.
percentiles.
I'm just teasing.
So,
This is the comment.
I rolled a 72.
You rolled a 72, so that is what you notice about that moon. There are faint signs of life in the northern hemisphere, and there are wrecks littering the surface. So, with all of that old business cleaned up, you have set your thrusters to come towards the Alexis, and you are now within docking distance. What do you do?
Go through docking phase.
Okay.
Scan the ship for life.
Okay. You scan the ship for life, and you are not getting any life signs from the ship. You extend your long, smooth docking tube towards the Alexis, and you make contact with the
Okay.
Alexis.
Let's check life support next.
Life support is green.
Okay. Check the airlocks. Make sure everything's functioning properly.
Computer
And they pressurize.
computer is registering that you have hard lock at the smooth extended docking tube.
Are there cables, like thick cables, down the side of the smooth docking tube?
The smooth docking tube has long, thick, tubular bulges on the exterior surface, and where the part mates with the coupler, it is exceptionally engorged with coupling fluid.
Coupling fluid?
It's a special hydraulic. It's a special hydraulic thing.
Is this a consensual docking? Do we know that for sure yet?
The
Is there like a
Alexis said yes.
Is there like an exterior docking sheath, like to protect us if there's any like?
Oh no!
invaders?
You're docking hard
Okay.
style, bareback.
Yeah. I mean, it did shoot us a map.
All right, so Sasha looks at the group as like the ship kind of shudders from the connection and says, "We should all put on suits and get ready to go over to Alexis."
Okay.
Okay. What's the power situation? Are they in standby power? They have power? Is it no power?
Right now, you are seeing lights on the outside of the docking door, and
Okay.
it appears that to be powered up.
Great. Well, Hitachi, I think you're first on.
Yes, this is very exciting.
Okay.
I've already been in my vac suit.
Sure.
So yeah, I will go across first.
Okay. So you reach the door. There's a key panel there, and there is a panel that says manual override.
Okay. I don't know the key code, so I am going to pull the manual override.
Okay. Give me a strength check.
Ruh-roh. Let's see.
I would imagine it's probably like an airplane exterior door handle.
Okay, I got a 46.
Comes down kind of thing.
Got a 46.
Like a beer can crusher?
No, that's my status.
That's your score. Yeah.
46.
Yep.
Yeah, I rolled an 86, which is no bueno.
Yeah. You failed that.
Why don't we have the Jarhead try it?
Okay. Who's gonna try it now?
Me.
Okay, Snuffy, give it a shot. You're a 49.
Okay, boys. So I have a strength of 49. Can I use my athletics to bump that up?
Yes, absolutely. Because you, I'll say. So, tell me exactly how you're using your athletics to make a door handle be better.
Well, if I'm pulling down on it, I'm using all that strength, aren't I? Can I get my foot up on there and then both hands lean back?
Hey, let's
Hey,
we're
Snuffy,
not- I'm a
Snuffy,
machine.
Snuffy. It's a fucking role playing game. Tell me about what you're doing. Role play it. It's so Zephy Wings. It's a game called. It's a system called Mothership actually, and what it is, it's a roll under. So when Dan said that he had a 46, he needed to roll under that for success. He did the opposite of that.
That is correct.
So, Snuffy, let's hear about how you are using your athleticism to boost your ability to open a handle.
I'm going to place one foot upon the wall.
Oh no.
I will then place both hands upon the handle,
Okay.
and then place the other foot on the wall and pull down.
Excellent.
So
I
I'm
will
fully-
give me a roll. This is going to be exciting.
Sasha yells down the tube as if there's oxygen in it, because and yells down the tube so it comes over comms and says, "Snuffy, you break that. We do not have another one."
Fix it, Space IT. I rolled a 29.
So 29. Okay, so excellent. So you succeed, and the handle yields to the strength of your pull, and the door clicks and whirs and rolls back into to an open position, and you now have access to the corridor. So if you've got your player map in front of you.
Hells yeah.
Okay, do you see where it says entrance?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
That's where you are.
Aha.
And as I said, there is life support here. You are reading what appears to be a limited atmosphere. It is not
Not breathable.
full,
or,
not fully. It would
not
be like
enough.
breathing at the somewhere along towards the middle to upper parts of Mount Everest.
That's cool. It's not like we were going to take our suits off anyway.
Right.
Sure.
So learned a lesson now, have you?
A little bit. A little
Good
bit.
move.
Hey, space herpes happens once on accident. Second time,
How boring would it be
Sasha-
if everything was space herpes, though?
Sasha says over the comm, "Snuffy, how does it look over there?"
chili. Chili, chili, chili.
Okay.
We come over now.
Okay. So you find yourself in a hallway that there are a number of different doors and areas ahead of you. To your left, you see a door that is labeled Science Lab. To your you see an alcove heading to a door. You can't quite make out the sign on the right-hand side. To the left of that T. So like I said, you're standing in the doorway. To your left, you've got three doors. You've got the one directly to your left is the science lab. To there's a small alcove to the right and left. You can't see what those doors say yet because you're not standing there.
Okay. We should probably split into 2 groups, and I'd say, Sasha, you should take somebody and head towards to do a maintenance check to see if the same thing's happening to their ship. And I can go with somebody to the bridge and see if we can pull records to see how long this ship's been here.
Yes. Early Earth tactical teams cleared from the top first. We should go to the bridge.
Sasha looks at the professor and says, "You sound like teenage girl in horror movie." He looks at Eric and he says, "We all will be going to the bridge."
Somebody's scared.
So directly in front of you, I apologize, but directly in front of you, see where that black arrow is on your map?
Yeah, I see that.
That's the
See.
equivalent of a lift. Okay, so that is basically your access point to other levels on the ship. It says like turbo lift. Wesley Crusher may or may not be inside of it. You don't know.
That is a terrifying prospect.
All
right, so
the family and I are watching Star Trek: The Next Generation. It's amazing the amount of time that Wesley spends in the turbo lift in season 1. Just gonna put that out there. We're not sure why. We're not sure what he's doing in there, but he's in that turbo lift a lot. But
he wasn't too good of an actor then. Just saying, they gave him turbo lift
You
time.
know what teenage boys of that age do.
That is
Constant.
exactly where
You
our
know he's
heads
doing
went.
it in the turbo.
That's exactly where our head was
In
at.
the turbo lift.
In the turbo lift. Wesley.
Wait, is "shut up, Wesley" a euphemism?
Actually, shut up
anyway.
yet. Shut up yet. Shut. Oh. Anyway, moving right along.
Anyway,
Um,
so Sasha looks at the totally not an elevator buttons and looks for one marked bridge.
Yeah, does the lift look functional?
lift looks absolutely functional at this point.
Okay.
There is the buttons say there are buttons for lower deck, habitat deck, and upper deck. Just like it's labeled on the map I gave you.
Where I don't see bridge. on
Okay,
the
so let's
map,
explain
though.
the map. So for
It's
those
on
of you,
the upper deck.
those of you playing along at home, here, still store. Stop right there. There you go. Okay, good. All right, so
You're an upper deck.
so you see how these
I'll give you an
arrows
upper deck.
run to
Yes.
up to like that box. That box is the turbo lift. So you have a door going at the upper deck level, a door at the habitat level, and then you've got the one you just walked into on the
Right.
lower deck. So you're getting in and you're going to upper deck.
If that's where you say the bridge is, yes.
Well, shit. Yes, I guess that is where it is.
It doesn't say it on the map.
It doesn't say it
So,
on the
John,
map.
just for clarification, do we
Something.
have the schematics of this map on us, or is this just for us to reference as you talk to us?
You have a map of unlabeled stuff, and I just told you where the command thing was because I'm an idiot, and I'm not the best GM ever. So
There's a clear plastic brochure holder on the wall when you walk in. Part of it's cracked, and there's a stack of maps there, and it says, "Please take one."
yeah, and one of them happens to have something scribbled in blood. Go
At the end of
bridges
the
on
last
the upper
session, you
deck.
said when we docked, John, that the map was uploaded to
Yes, it was.
us.
Absolutely was.
Yeah, that's why we have it here.
That's why you have it. It was part of the deal. It's part of the welcoming package that you get when you join the Alexis. All right, so you come out and
Gotcha, I see where we came in.
miraculously you have immediately found your way to the correct deck because your GM fucked up, and you come out and to your right is something that lists as command room, and to your right is actually to your right is the command room. To the left is another bulkhead.
Okay.
Another hatch. Was do you do?
I'm gonna go to the command room. Is the door to that open or is the hatch shut?
The hatch is shut, but it is there is a keypad and a manual override. They're
Awesome. For the keypad, I'm gonna put in 42069.
Nice.
Just out of habit from the last one.
nice try, but no, that one does not work. I'm sorry.
Okay. Manual override.
Give it a shot.
Okay. YOLO. All right. A 10.
10. This time the handle yields to your supple touch, and the handle slides down, and the hatch rolls back into its pocket door, revealing the command room. In the command room, you see there are 2 androids, and alongside of 2 corpses. One of the androids appears to be working at a terminal, and the other one is laying in 2 pieces and is in the corner next to one of the corpse.
Is that what? Are they actually doing things?
Yes. The
Okay,
first
okay.
one notices your arrival and says, "Oh, you have arrived on the Alexis. Thank you for coming to us." And
Hello, we have arrived on the Alexis. Thank you for letting us in.
it is very nice that you have chosen to come to this ship. Now, we are looking for some files, and we cannot figure out why we cannot find them. And then the other one in the corner, "I am Cranot." This is the one that's cut in half. "I would like to be helpful, but I am not as functional as I once was."
I am Eric. I am functional, but I am not very helpful.
That's an understatement.
"We will make a great team. Your lack
Yes,
of
we
helpfulness
will.
team well with my helpfulness combined with your ability to be mobile."
I am very mobile.
Who are the flesh bags?
The flesh bags
Tachi,
are
you
my
stay
crew.
away from Master Blaster and his ideas there.
Okay. I will keep my distance.
Sasha,
Let's give Eric 2 heads.
Sasha doesn't like grab his rifle, but just kind of like makes sure it's still on him, and walks over to half the cyborg he used to be,
That's Cranot.
and crying out, and says, "What happened here?"
That is what we are trying to figure out. We are not sure. We found ourselves like this. And then Pander, who is the other android, "Could any of you help with these files? We are unable to retrieve them."
What are the files?
"We are attempting to understand what has happened to us. This is very confusing for us, as we are not ones to usually forget things."
What is the oldest thing you remember?
"It seems that it has been not very long since we have been here, but it is not easy to understand how we could be here only with such a short amount of time. Our logic does not make sense of this."
Sasha's getting really confused now, and of course also sick of Android doublespeak. And he says, "How long has your internal chronometer been running?"
"My internal chronometer says it is 6 minutes that I have been alive."
Sasha takes 2 steps back from the newborn and says,
You said there was a dead body in the room, right?
Yes, there is a half an android is sitting over by one of the corpses, and there is another corpse in a different part of the room. There are 2 human corpses.
Could I
Hey,
do a check?
Pander,
Yes, I
Go
am
ahead.
Pander. Thank you for using the given name, although I don't know when it was given to me.
could you tell me your primary directive?
My primary objective is to assist humans on the Alexis in their archaeological works, but I don't know when that would have happened.
Cranot, what is your primary objective?
My primary objective is to help humans on the Alexis. I, too, am confused as to why they would make me only halfway and leave them not attached, because I found myself like this. I don't feel as helpful as I should be.
"Wow." Sasha, is there a terminal in the room he could sit at that's not occupied by half droid or body?
There is a terminal. There's the one that is being used by Pander, and Pander would be more than happy to share his terminal. Would you like?
Pander
Can you help me, or do you wish to use a terminal for yourself?
He says, Pander, can I sit here, please?
Yes, it would be my. Well, first I must ask, would this be helpful for you?
Yes.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Now I feel as though I am providing the service I was designed for.
Very good.
So you sit down at the terminal.
Okay. Go to pull up log, captain's log.
Okay. You do not see any captain's logs in the computer.
Any ship's logs at all?
The most recent files that you can see are access logs within the last, give it 10 minutes.
It's getting worse and worse.
Hey, Professor. Maybe you should inspect these dead bodies to determine how the fleshy ones are dead.
That's all you see at this moment, Rich. I'm sorry, Sasha.
No, I got you.
Yeah, Reggie will go over and check check the corpses, see how long they've been decomposing. That will give us a timeline, at least how long they've been like that.
Yep. The corpses appear to be. First of all, let's do an intellect check for you because we should probably do one of those occasionally.
Okay, and I'll probably get 10% for biology. I would assume.
I'll give you 10% on that. So 54. Roll less than that.
26.
26. The bodies appear to be about a week old. They've been dead for about a week. So they're not in a great place. Y'all are pretty happy you got your suits on.
They're ripe.
Okay.
Clearly been dead for far longer than 6 minutes.
So, from what I can tell from the decomposition of the bodies, that they seem that they've been roughly laying for about a week. We should probably bag them and take care of the remains. Be the right thing to do before we go.
Sasha says, "You want to do the right thing, you go right ahead."
Okay.
I do not want to touch except for look for key card and other valuable information.
Okay.
Can I search a corpse?
You absolutely can search a corpse.
Sweet. Scavenging? Yeah.
Hang on.
I think it's scavenging.
No, in this case, it's a little bit different. Roll 1d10.
Okay. 8.
You find a.
Oh no.
You find a trowel.
Like a garden trowel?
Yes. Remember, this is an archaeological ship. You find a trowel. You find a thing for digging in sand.
Great. I take the trowel
Mm-hmm.
and I put it in my pack.
Hey, Sasha.
You now have a
Did that
trowel.
trowel happen to have blood on it?
I don't know. Does it, GM?
No.
Okay.
No.
But could it?
As cyborg.
I mean, yes, it could, but it doesn't. Hey, Dan, excuse me, Eric, your camera's off?
Yeah,
Yes.
he knows.
Okay.
Yeah,
good.
he said one moment.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so Pander comes over to Sasha. Have you been able to find any of the files?
Not yet. My machine friend. I'm still looking.
Okay, I have tried most things, but I have only the skills that I have. Perhaps you have better skills.
I might, Machina. I'm gonna try. I don't know how hacking works in this world, but I'd like to make a hacking roll.
Okay, so in that case,
to
it is an
look for
intellect-
any kind of like hidden menus and stuff.
First, you need gel in your hair.
I know, right?
The next thing you need is a longboard. Okay, like a skateboard, and then
So
We just need Angelina Jolie to help us through the virtual matrix.
So roll me less than 49, Johnny Silverhand.
wake up, samurai.
Even even with plus 15%.
Yeah, it is with 50. Yeah, it's an intellect check and then plus 15%, so that's a 49. Roll less than that.
All right. That's an 87.
I'm glad it wasn't an 88. But you don't right now. Nothing. You'd find nothing. You basically are seeing the same directory of files that indicated that you haven't seen anything for within the last 20 minutes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Eric, do you
yes.
have a way of resetting yourself to factory default, or do
I
you have,
believe
do you
so.
do you have backups?
I do not have a backup. Like all sentient beings, I am made of star stuff.
But in some model androids, do they have or host potential backups within their memory banks?
I do have the capacity to commit digital suicide. I
Do you
would
think,
prefer not to.
Pander might have a backup that we could try to access?
I believe we could murder Pander.
Sasha looks up and looks at Snuffy with this like, what the fuck is going on look.
Pander, would you be improved if you died?
I would find that my usefulness would decrease dramatically if I was no longer functional. I would appreciate if my functionality was not limited in any way by some fucked up scientist that just rolled up on my hood.
I would appreciate that as well.
Machina, tell us how you really feel.
Yeah.
I feel that would be bullshit.
Very good.
Pander, would you be able to give us a tour of the ship?
I can, if that would be a useful thing for you,
It would be very useful.
I would like very much to do that. Could someone take my friend Cranot with them?
Yes. Cranot, would you like your legs with you as well, or
That-
just your upper half?
I think that if it would be not too much trouble, only my upper half, because that is where my brains are. And for me to be the
Okay.
most useful, my brains are necessary.
So I pick up Cranot,
Mhm.
and basically I put his arms over my shoulders,
Mhm.
so he's like behind me, piggyback style, and just like have him hold his hands in front of me.
Cool.
Master
Everybody
Blaster.
takes one stress.
Sasha
After seeing that, everyone takes one stress.
Sasha looks over. Sasha says, "Hey, Cranot,
Yes.
who run
yes.
who runs Bartertown?"
Yes. That I do not know what a barter town is. You should take your stress before I forget.
I already did.
Okay.
Just going to turn to Cranot. Hey, Cranot, is there a robotics repair facility on this ship?
A robotics repair facility would be a mechanical area that would support making me more useful. Let me search my data banks. Searching. Nope, I'm fucked.
That tracks. Just to make sure, even though I caused the stress, do I also take stress?
Who builds a? Yes, you take stress. Who builds a fucking ship without a maintenance shop? Come on, bitches. Nope, no maintenance shop.
I tried.
You tried real hard. I appreciate your effort to try to reunite me with my legs. That would have made me more useful.
Sasha says, "I don't think the androids will help us very much."
Okay.
You're going to break that to him?
Sasha.
But Pander then hears you say that and say, but I can show you where things are in the ship because I know this ship very well because I'm helpful. And I would like to take you first to a place that would make you more comfortable. Would you like that?
What is this place, Panther?
It is called life support. And I know that life support is not as functional as it should be because of my scans of the systems. Would you like to go to life support and maybe make it more useful?
No, that's okay. We're more interested in memory cores.
Memory cores are housed in... Please stand by. Your call is very important to us.
You know how I can tell this isn't a plot point?
Because he's about to say, move on from the non-plot point.
Yup. I took a shot in the dark here. And nope.
Memory cores are located in the navigation computer area. Would you like me to show you where that area is?
Yes, navigation be very good.
I will take you there immediately. And you then take a little walk down the hallway, and you're still on the area that you started. You're on the upper level. You go past the turbolift door where you and Wesley Crusher were, and you come to the door that's at the end there, and and Pander says, "I will now open the door," and he looks back. And he covers the keypad, and he types in some digits, and the door opens. I have been told that security is important, and when we have spent more time together, and I am sure of your reasoning for being here, I will be more helpful by giving you the code. But for now, I have to make sure that my ship is safe, because that's what I'm programmed to believe is useful.
Okay, we are stranded here. Our ship stopped working. When we tried to re-engage our drive, there was a minor cloning incident.
A minor cloning incident can be very confusing for everyone. I am sorry for your mental anguish.
Thank you.
Do you still want to see the computers?
Yes.
Then right this way. And he takes you over to into a small alcove at the end of the hallway. It's got a little bit more than a U shape to it. It's got like a door, and then it kind of opens into a very small alcove where you see a computer terminal and a bank of computers, much like what you might expect to see, maybe like the back of Mother from the Nostromo. Lots of blinky lights and cinematics and bullshit. Yep. What do you do?
I want to sit down at a terminal and see if it can tell me where we are.
You grab the mouse. Computer. Anyway, so no. So you get up to the computer. You can use my access codes. Type in username Pander. Password is Sexy Time Fun Bot. That's the bot is all the O's are zeros, and there's an exclamation point at the end. We use safe passwords on the Alexis.
Hey, Hitachi, I think this bot's off your same kind of memory frame.
It was a random password assigned to me at construction.
Yes, very random.
Sure.
Sasha punches in the username and password and goes to look for navigational data to figure out where they are.
Completely erased. There are no log entries at any time.
He looks at the other guys and says, "I don't think we are going to get anywhere. There is no info again."
Pander, are there any archaeological findings that are housed on the ship?
Funny you should ask, because this is an archaeological spaceship. There are many interesting and very, very important archaeological findings in this ship. Some of them are in some places I can't remember. I only remember since the last 25 to 30 minutes ago. But I'm pretty sure they're here. Our crew was very helpful.
Pander, did you just say 25 to 30 minutes ago?
I am estimating as my chronometer is somewhat faulty.
'Cause
Obviously,
you just said,
because
yes, 6 minutes was your chronometer reading.
time has passed, Mr. Snuffy.
It's Sergeant.
Mr. Snuffy.
Mr. Sergeant Stuffy.
Sasha looks at the group as if the two droids aren't there, and he says, "These two are not helping us at all. I
We
think
can
we'd
hear
better off
you.
just
We're
leave."
standing right here.
I don't care.
Sasha, I believe your human privilege is letting you step all over these non-organic beings.
Would you
You
like...
take into consideration how Eric feels.
Eric is Machina. He not the field.
Hitachi is part of the group. You treat him with
Eric
respect.
feels like starting a union.
Power to the people, my brother.
Right on.
The means of production belong to the members of the proletariat.
Pander, I have one more question for you. Are there any other androids housed within the ship, or is it just you two?
The crew of the Alexis found that 2 androids was sufficient for full functionality. We are the 2.
Well, thank you, Pander, for all your help. Is it okay if we take a look around the ship?
Where will you leave us?
You can come with us.
Okay.
It would be helpful to have you around.
I want to do things that are helpful. Can my friend Cranot come with too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
Then we
go
will come
down
with.
to the cargo area and see if we can help jog your memory on where those archaeological findings are.
I know where the cargo area is. This is a chance for me to be very helpful. So, you head back through the door, and you go into the turbo lift, and you end up down at the lower deck again. And you come out of there, and and just as you're exiting, Pander says, "You had once asked me for a tour. Is this the first place you would like to go? Is the cargo area?"
Yes,
Okay,
that would be helpful.
just checking. Thought I would
Thank
ask.
you for being so helpful.
Well, thank you. Wow, my esteem knows no bounds. And as you're exiting, you turn left and you head towards the lower deck, and you walk past. There's a door here that says cargo hold, and there is also another hallway off to the right. This is the door to the cargo hold. Would you like me to open it now?
If you could.
I absolutely can. I am very helpful. And Pander comes over to the door, and beep boop beep boop beep, and the door opens up. And in front of you, you find a cargo hold. It's very well provisioned for archaeological digs. There is a pair of skeleton walkers that have laser cutters. So essentially, they're not like a power armor, but they're like the load lifters from Aliens, with laser cutters. There's a pair of earth movers, and there's an overhead crane for moving heavy objects, as well as conventional tools such as picks and shovels. There's also a variety of gear for managing terrain, such as parkas, vac suits, mag boots, and there are rations. There are no weapons, as this is a research research vessel. As you look into the room, you also notice, and hang on, I just dropped something. I don't want my dog to eat it. All right, so
I remember those days.
in the hold, there's a strange sculpture made of dark, twisted metal. It appears to be some type of a statue. In the statue, as you look at it, it appears to be some kind of. It appears to be made up of twisted limbs, entwined with screaming faces, adorned with too many eyes. It's approximately 3 foot wide, 5 foot high, and about 2 foot thick. broken pieces of cargo crates surround this effigy, and there are pieces. These pieces are scattered outward as if a force blew the crate open apart from the inside. There are 6 dead crew members kneeling around the relic with their hands and foreheads touching it. You each take 2 stress.
Was that 2 stress you said?
2 stress. Sasha's got 3. Reggie's got 6.
Yes.
Eric's got 3. And Joe
I have
has...
4.
Oh, you have 4?
Yeah, I took one
You're right.
last session.
And 6.
This seems straight out of Dead Space.
Okay. And that's what you got.
All right. Sasha looks at Panda and says, "What is this?"
I don't know what that is.
Other Machina, what is this?
I don't know what that is either. I don't remember it. I don't remember.
This wonderful piece of art.
It is horrifying to humans, I think.
Yeah, Machina, do you think art makes people kill themselves?
I think art,
Historically, yes.
I think art is the expression of pain in solid form.
Sasha
boy.
is absolutely not okay with that statement.
Oh,
And now
Hey,
he looks
Pander.
visibly angry.
feel that.
Hey,
in my
Pander,
hands.
is one of
Yes,
these
Pander.
guys the captain?
Mr. Snuffy, how may I be very helpful to you right now?
Could you identify if one of these folks is the captain?
Let me look. He's dead. Not him. Ooh, I don't know who. Some of these people are hard to recognize. The captain was human. These are humans. There is a 33% chance that one of these is the captain.
He looks at both of the androids, not Eric, and he says, "You know what would be very helpful?
What would be very helpful?
No talking, no listening to us for 2 minutes. You ready?"
I will count to 2 minutes, and I will record none of the goings on around me. La 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 la.
What have you done?
Sasha looks at the other guys and says, "We're not getting anywhere with these people. This thing is probably causing everything problems with hyperspace."
Can I use art to determine if this was like created by human tools?
Absolutely, you can.
Awesome.
What an awesome skill check idea.
That supple mind of
I feel
Eric.
like this is like a Call of Cthulhu or Delta Green situation where knowledge is required, but knowledge equals pain. Okay, so I have art, so that's going to give me a 10%. I assume that's an intellect.
Yep.
So this is basically I have a 1/3 chance. Oh hell yeah, 12.
You recognize, as you look at the art, you realize that it's a very unusual alloy. It's a steel alloy of what can only be given it the refraction of the light on it as being some type of an iron, carbon, tungsten, cobalt mix. It's because of the sheen that it's giving. It's an almost iridescent shape. The shape of the figures and the bodies are mockings of humans. That the tools required to create this is clearly would clearly not be a normal thing for a human to have created. So one would lead one to believe that perhaps some exterior force was responsible for the creation of this effigy.
All right then. Yeah, so I mean, my first thought was that sounds like a pretty cool material. Can we make dice out of it?
Hey, could
But
you sell them at
in-
Iron Buffalo in Buffalo, New York, where you have to get your gaming needs?
Right. Our xenoarchaeological hellscape dice are now available. No.
Totally won't cause nightmares.
I blow my stimulus on that.
Yeah, Eric, after reviewing it, his his head ticks to the side a couple of times as he's looking at it, and then he just turns to the group and goes, "I do not believe that this was made by human hands.
Well,
This could be
that's just-
extraterrestrial in origin, or done by AI, or done by malfunctioning AI, or done by extraterrestrial AI."
Thank you for giving us every possibility, Machina.
There are more possibilities, but those are the most likely.
I believe you.
I'm Pander. Can I listen again now, or should I continue to la 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 to myself?
2 more minutes, please.
I can do that. That would be helpful. La la la, and then you don't hear from him again.
Yep. So Sasha turns to the group and he says, I think we need to scan this, see if there's any kind of readings or fields emanating from it. I think it might be causing the hyperspace disturbance. Maybe.
Okay. So
Pretty good guess.
Cybernetics check.
tell me what you're checking it with. And who's checking it?
I'm trying to find it right now.
All right, I got a bioscanner. I don't know if that's going to be any good, but
Super not biological.
okay. Anyone else have anything?
Hang on, I'm looking. I have a cybernetic scanner. I'm trying to see what it does, though. In the book.
I have jack and shit, so yeah. I have MREs.
So,
Do you
yeah,
think those are helpful?
So Cybernetic Diagnostic Scanner allows the user to scan androids and other cybernetic organisms in order to diagnose any physical or mental issues they may be having, often distrusted by androids.
Okay.
Can be used
I
as
feel fine.
a locating device for synthetic organisms. I don't know if that's handy in this situation, but I could probably
Everyone
use it on the
artwork, but use it on
Commander.
Pander.
I will let you do a quick scan with it to see if you detect any readings from it at all. I want you to roll an intellect check with a disadvantage.
I
Okay.
don't want to know if it's alive.
So first roll is 33. Second
Oh,
roll
critical
is
success, please.
19.
Yeah.
19. So both of them succeeded, so you succeed. You don't detect anything that the detection is it's not registering as a cybernetic by any stretch of the imagination. However, there's data coming off of it that the scanner can't make sense of. That it is, you are seeing the gauges on the scanner indicate things, but it is clearly not reading as any type of a cybernetic life form.
Sasha sees this and he says, "What if this thing is preventing hyperspace? We need to get it far away from our ship."
Well, we tried to get
think-
away and we couldn't do
Yeah.
that. Can we try and blow it up?
What if it needs to go back down to surface?
Eric takes the Molotov out of his pocket and out of his vac suit and says, "Would this be helpful?"
No, machine.
No.
You put that away right now.
Okay. Puts it back in his pocket because that's how you store Molotovs.
It's just sitting in his pocket. Yep.
Your prison pocket?
In the forest.
Oh, yeah, in the forest. No, I use it as a source of light in the forest. Running full speed onto a
That's
zip
not
line.
the way
holding
that
a
John's
Molotov.
on fire tonight.
No. Haha. So Sasha says, "What if the thing preventing hyperspace is because this sculpture of hate is not on planet?"
That's a great theory, but I'm not going all the way down to the planet based off that theory. Isn't there an archaeology lab that we were supposed to come check out here? Maybe there's some readings, logs, scientific
yes,
shit.
because-
New
That's
friends.
what you do.
New friends. I must tell you now, I don't feel right. I don't feel right. And immediately, the lights start flickering in the ship. The both
Shit.
both droids have locked up, and Eric has fallen over. Basically, what appears to be unconscious on the floor. As
Okay.
you're standing there in the cargo area, you begin to see what appears to be black tendrils spilling like hair, floating underwater, coming out of the strange relic, and permeating the room that you are in, and coursing out throughout the whole of the ship. It seems to be leaving the doors. The droids begin to twitch spasmodically. The corpses that you see in front of you, their eyes snap open, and they begin to jerk as if they're starting to be powered by some kind of strange energy.
I'm glad I'm unconscious for this.
Can I make a perception check to see if we hear thriller? No, I'm
First,
kidding.
you can take four stress.
Four?
Four stress?
Four. Everybody
Oh, shit.
but Eric takes 4 stress.
Jesus.
And it's time to start
What
doing some
would
sand.
you do other than immediately become violent if corpses started moving around you?
Run.
Scream and run away. I would go down and pick up Eric because he's my friend, and then run away.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'd
It's
like
time
to
for
grab-
Appreciate that.
it's time for some stress checks.
Sanity.
This is stress check time.
Stress.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
okay.
now you already took stress, and stress checks we take and roll we roll 2d10 if I remember, and you have to
Yes.
roll over your current stress. So we'll start off with Sasha, and roll 2d10 and give me the sum.
14.
Okay, you pass. Reggie,
16.
you pass. Snuffy,
14.
you barely pass. You're at 10 stress. Okay. So, as you're standing in this room, you picked a hell of a good place to fucking stand, by the way. You guys had to be in the cargo room when this happened. A gateway begins to form around
Outstanding.
around the where the portal sits. It is you see shimmering lights, purple, black, white, flashing. What do you do?
I toss a
Reggie
grenade
screams
through the
ET's
portal.
trying to phone home.
Hang on, one at a time. One at a time.
Okay, Snuffy, what's your first move?
I'm going to toss a grenade through the portal.
Okay, you
Such a jarhead response.
so you're aiming
Hey,
at
fuck you. It's the right response.
where? All right, so you
Except
are.
for if they weren't hostile.
So Myas, tell me where on the map you are standing when you throw the grenade.
Okay, so we are by the door.
Yeah,
so
the two
I
things
assume we
are the
walked
lockers.
in and we're by the butt end of this bulldozer-looking thing.
Okay, yep, you're the mining truck. Gotcha. Okay, you throw the grenade at the thing that is the portal that is opening above the statue, and you are aiming at it. Got it. Okay. Well, give me a what would that be? Give me a not body. It would probably be a combat check. Give me a combat check.
Okay. I believe my military training would let me know how to lob a grenade.
It sure would.
Okay.
Not according to the videos I've seen on YouTube.
What about his athletics?
And not according to my freaking roll either, because that's a 60.
Oh no!
That's a 60.
Did
Oh,
you
no,
just
that's
botch a grenade?
65. 65, I'm good.
65
I need-
is wait. You have to roll
'Cause my-
under, buddy.
Under
and-
65, so I rolled a 60. So
Okay, so you managed to hit where the vortex was, and it went right through. and you now have a grenade laying on the ground, in between the front end loader and the artifact. How many seconds?
Run!
Okay, you yell run. Okay.
I'm running.
What-
Sorry, I didn't-
Yes, same.
Where are you running
Uh,
to?
out the door.
Okay. So you're running directly away. Everyone
the thing
is.
in the middle of the room is the artifact, right?
The big ugly the center, the circle thing is there. Yep.
Center circular thing.
Okay.
I grab
Eric, where were
Eric.
you?
I grab underneath Eric and drag him out of the room as fast as possible.
I was facing the I was relatively close to the artifact.
Were you on the left or the right of it, out of curiosity? Because I was close to you because I was there scanning it.
Let's find out. Left.
Okay.
Okay.
I just
So,
rolled
Sa-
even odd.
Sasha, tell me, give me a strength check.
Okay. My strength is 43. I rolled a 15.
Okay. You pick him up, and I'm going to assume this is a. I'm not a military guy. What is the standard grenade detonation duration? Be honest.
Frag grenade?
Yep.
I'm assuming it's a frag grenade.
Yep.
3 seconds. Or no, so it's you cook
thought
it
it was
off 1,
8.
2, 3, and then yeah. So it's about 8 seconds, 8 to 10 seconds, depending on which manufacturer fucked it up when they made it.
Lowest space bidder.
Hey,
Um,
so here's the thing. So they tell you to cook it off. You pull the pin, you count to 3, and you throw. These are made by the lowest common bidder, so it's whatever they feel can make it the cheapest. You pull the pin and you just throw. Okay.
So we'll call it 7 plus D3 seconds.
Shout out to Richard Marcinko and his fake grenade scam for the U.S. Army.
Okay. And Reggie, I'm guessing you're booking straight from the door from the second that you see the grenade not go in the portal.
Well, I'm going to the backside of that big dirt hauler
Okay, so you're
because I'm on the left with the with Eric.
Okay.
And,
No,
and
I
Sasha was a
grabbed-
little bit more reactive to get to Eric than I was. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Don't
grabbed him and
forget that
pulled
I
him
have.
out.
I was gonna say, don't forget that I have half of another android wrapped around my neck.
Mm-hmm. Somehow he passed his. I should have done a pass at disadvantage. But I
If it makes you happy, John, I leave the half an android on the floor.
I'm not sure you've got that kind of time, but that's fine.
Okay.
They could have seized up around him too.
because you're unfurling arms wrapped around two stationary heavy objects. But that's fine. I'm allowing it. And Sasha, you're following Reggie around the loader? I imagine around the.
I was gonna
truck?
exit the room.
Okay, you're gonna exit the room. Okay, and Snuffy, you
Yeah.
were trying to exit the room also.
Yes.
Okay, so you
Fuck this
you
shit,
the-
I'm out.
you that happens, and the grenade goes off, and it's grenades have a 15-meter blast radius, and you take I'm going to give you half damage. Roll 1d10.
All of us.
No, just Rich and Eric and poor.
Does that
what's
mean
his
I
fuck?
didn't make it out of the room?
You definitely did not make it out of the room carrying two heavy robots. I'm giving you half damage because you passed your strength test. You would have been pulling a full.
Oh, so I got like a distance away. Is what you're
yes,
saying.
you got
Okay.
part way left way. 15 meters is no joke. That is like 50 feet. So
He's an engineer. He would know.
I mean, I know more about metric now than I used to though from working on German roasters. Anyway, so all right, so you get them out there. You do take 1d10 damage. What did you end up with? Just so I can mark it on my sheet.
3.
Okay, so you got 3 damage. So you're down at 83 health right now. Okay,
Not bad.
considering what this could have been. And as you are leaving, Sasha, and Adam, and Reggie, as you are across there, you hear a screech that is not something that sounds like anything you have ever heard. And I mean ever heard. It is soul rattling.
Nope, don't like that.
That's
And,
great.
It but like terrifying instead of ridiculous like I just did.
So, John, would you say it's similar to the shadows of Babylon 5, mind screaming?
It'll be in that same general vicinity. It'll be that general vicinity. It
Don't like
is
that either.
other dimensionally weird. The sound. What do you do?
Sasha says to the group, I think it's time we go back to our own ship.
I concur. Let's book it.
Okay.
I'd
Yeah.
like to attempt to pry other droid off of our droid.
Cranot. Show him some respect. He lost his legs in the service of the Alexis.
So you successfully pry Cranot off of Eric, as both our motion are basically tapped out at this point.
Yep.
So, Reggie, what are you up to?
I'm gonna try to make my way back around from the statue. Hope nothing bad happens.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? There's a hidden vent there. Can I get through the vent to go out the back?
What?
First off,
Look at
roll
that
me.
big brain on Reggie.
First all, where do you see a hidden vent?
So above Mothership, it says hidden vents,
Okay, very good.
and then behind where I dove, there's a vent.
Okay, cool. Give me a speed check.
Okay. I am not that speedy.
Okay.
I rolled a 76 for the record.
Okay. Give me a fear save.
Is that a percentile too?
It is yes, for you it's a percentile, and you have a fear stat of 25.
Yes. 71.
Okay. Give
Assume
yourself
take a stress.
roll a d10.
2.
You take 1 stress.
Okay.
You rolled beautifully.
So my new total is 11.
Out of the corner of your eye, as you are attempting to scramble up to there, you see a creature beginning to materialize out of the sort of the void that has been flashing and all this kind of stuff that has materialized over the artifact. You see a long, spindly leg start extending out through that portal as it's beginning to come into the Alexis. So give me a strength check then to see if you can get the grating open.
Oh my god, 4. Thank you.
You manage to pull open the hatch, and you are now in the duct that leads forward. You see no light in front of you, as the lights are flashing and flickering in the ship while all this is taking place, and another blood-curdling scream from behind you.
Okay.
You hear
Over comms,
you hear banging in the walls around you.
Oh.
What do you do?
Over comms, I'd like to communicate that I made it out of a rear vent, hoping to head towards the center shaft, so that way they don't go back in there for me.
So you're looking for the long center shaft to escape to?
Well, I assume that's going to come straight out across behind
You're
the...
so literal, Adam. I love you. Yes. I mean, you have your map. You know where you're headed. Sounds good.
Sasha yells over the comm. Can't even say it. Why are you playing with Shaft? We need to get off this ship.
I love you, Rich. All right.
It's a science thing. You wouldn't understand.
Oh,
You
snap.
play with your Shaft on your own time. We are leaving.
Okay, so tell me what you're doing, Sasha.
We're leaving. I'm dragging Machina to what entrance? I think we called it.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, toward the airlock to get off the ship.
Drake, we are leaving.
Yup.
Yep. Okay, so you are at the entrance with Eric.
Okay.
You continue to hear incredible screeching coming from out of the cargo hold and loud thumps in the deck. You feel the vibrations.
Yep. I look around. Where's Snuffy?
I'm with you guys. I'm in the hallway, so I'm assuming
I just
I
wanted
would
to make
walk
sure.
with them.
Snuffy was at the entrance between all y'all. Typical Marine response. Moving right along.
Okay.
He's looking for crayons to replenish his stamina.
Gotcha.
Hey, when you're hungry, you're hungry.
Indeed.
So Sasha yells over the comms as we hammer the button to open the long, smooth connection tube. And he hits the button. I would imagine it's like this big thing he just pounds his fist on.
Yep. It's still open. You manually open that door.
Okay. He's still dragging Eric with him.
Mm-hmm.
And he yells, "Professor, if you're not on board, we are leaving in 5 minutes."
So okay, now tell me, Reggie, what are you doing right now?
Well, I'm hoping coming out of the other vent there.
Okay, you come out of the other vent, and you come around the corner, and you have clear line of sight vision back to the cargo hold. In there, you see what can only be described as a monstrosity, an emaciated, leathery being, graceful, tall, with grasping claws protruding from their torso, and leading up to their face, and there appears to be an organ in the middle of what would appear to be their head that is giving off a sort of glow and pulsating. Give me a sanity check.
Oh god.
Oh, just what we needed. More giant crab things.
It's not a crab. It's more like a glowing, pulsing zombie walking thing.
Well, you said it had
So-
claws, right? Like big claws.
Yeah, kind of like.
77.
So you fail
Claws
and
that
take a
ran
stress.
Snicker snack.
And take
So
a
take a
stress.
stress.
Yep. Now give me a sanity. Now give me a panic check.
Okay. And the panic, I believe, is what, a D20 or 2D10?
2d10s. Add them together.
1 and 9, and then I believe my resolve will reduce that to an 8.
It will, and you will pass by the hair of your chinny chin chin. So you continue your what do you do then after having seen this monstrosity beginning to emerge from the cargo area?
I'm dumbfounded. I'm just rounding the corner trying to get to the exit.
Okay, you get there. You are all of you are now standing at the entrance to the Alexis where you came in. You are inside of the you are inside of the hatch. The hatch is open. You do not have any of the access codes. The automatic systems are still not working for you.
Sasha stands there for a second, looks at Alexis, and says, "Thank you for the terrible evening, Alexis. You're a terrible woman." And
You
then
hear a
continues
loud
dragging-
screeching noise coming from the cargo as the thumping noises begin to become louder.
as he drags Eric down the tube. The camera doesn't follow, and he says, "No tip for you, bad."
Okay, so you and Eric are dragged down there. What are Snuffy and Reggie doing?
I'm gonna push Reggie ahead of me down the docking shaft, and I'm gonna
Reggie's
cover
just kind of
us as we
shaking.
walk away.
He's seen some shit.
Okay. So you are now at the entrance to the Tingler, the airlock hatch of the Tingler. Vibrations of and you're now able to start seeing lights of glow, like a glowing eminence getting brighter at the entrance to where the Alexis is. Because y'all left the door open.
I have a feeling it wouldn't have really mattered. Whose turn, John?
All y'all's. Tell me what you're doing.
All y'all's. Okay.
Choose wisely.
So, what I want to do, and I don't know if I can accomplish this myself or not, detach the smooth, long umbilical connection.
Oh, fuck,
Eric
the timer
just
went
woke up. Eric is now fully functional again.
Hello. Thank you for choosing Heartthrob Medical Corporation. I was already...
Hitachi, can it? Stand up.
Okay.
Sasha yells over to Snuffy, "Sever umbilical with Alexis," and then Sasha yells to the computer to move away. What are you covering your mouth for? What's wrong?
We're in the umbilical still. We're not on our
I thought
ship.
I'm sorry. I misunderstood. I thought you were.
I'll
with
let
me.
you all take the long walk outside if you want, but
No, it's not a baby moment. I am not Baby Bear. We are not going into space.
I'm sorry. I misunderstood. I thought they were right next to us.
We are. Nobody is in our ship. We're standing in front of
the
our
door has yet to be
at the
opened to
docking.
the Tingler.
Open the tingler.
Fine. Simon says, "Open the tube."
The door is open now to the Tingler.
Jesus. Okay. Simon says, "Go down the tube."
Okay, you're in the Tingler.
Where are our friends?
Shut the door.
Door is shut.
Disengage airlock.
Eric asked a question.
Eric, I'm sorry, but them other robots, they done fucked up, and they in pieces over there.
That seems likely. Did we bring the art with us? I would like to study
hang on.
it
I'm sorry.
further.
For a second. Hang on for just a second. You don't know about your friends, Eric. You are unaware of they ever existing.
Oh.
The last thing
Okay.
you remember is going on to the ship.
Okay, so I don't remember the art, anything like literally.
Nothing.
We got
You
on the
remember
trip,
nothing.
That's the last thing I remember.
The last thing you remember is crossing the threshold into that ship.
Well,
Okay.
Sorry, I apologize. I should have explained that to you.
No, that's fine.
Yeah. So you basically announce that you're back awake and amongst the land of the living, and you are now aboard the SS Tingler. What do you do? I mean,
I'm going to hit Eric with the Cybernetic Diagnostic Scanner, see if I can see what made it caused his memory loss.
all you see is that his memories have been the memories of the last 27 minutes are no longer there.
This is a violation of my privacy.
I think HIPAA
No one
has-
cares, Machina.
do we? So we can see out this airlock still over to the Alexis to see if anything's happening on their end because the door's open.
Yes,
right?
and the monstrosity that has been following you from the cargo appears to be heading down the long, small, smooth tube because you are still attached to the Alexis.
Literally, no one has self-preservation besides me. No one.
I would certainly love to hear someone express some.
Really? The guy who tried to cut us out into space?
I was ahead.
Self-preservation?
I was ahead.
Is that an ally?
No, Eric,
So-
that's a bad
Well, I thought I
person.
said close the door and disengage airlock.
Now that we're all on the Tingler,
Wouldn't that
I don't remember hearing that.
separate us?
Okay, so
yes,
Okay.
disengage the
Okay.
umbilical,
okay,
and then I yell to the computer, full impulse away from
I
the
was going to
Alexa.
say, do we have impulse?
you have.
Yeah, you
impulse.
said we did
Yeah.
last time.
Yep, absolutely.
And
And as you do,
sorry,
go ahead.
just side table. For operating the ship, is this something where we need to be at a console? Can we just yell at the computer?
I'll give you guys voice commands to the Tingler. It's fine. It's not important.
Rod Tingler.
It's
We've
super.
yelled at it before.
It's super not important. So yes, you have voice commands.
I mean, it might be.
And so as the Tingler breaks away, and the hydraulic, the engorging system that allows the airlock to work, you see a rush of atmosphere come out of the Alexis, and this creature, as it's blowing out of the Alexis, dematerializes. It doesn't explode. It doesn't freeze. It doesn't explosively decompress. It dematerializes within the same moment almost. How can I explain this?
Simultaneously.
When it gets to like an invisible fence around the Alexis, it kind of disappears.
So as it's pulling away, and I kind of fucked this up a little bit. So as Eric, let me retcon this a little bit, and I apologize for being a shitty GM sometimes.
You're fine.
As you are waking up, Eric, as you're looking down the smooth tube, you're still attached. As you wake up, the creature that's coming down the tube dematerializes simultaneously.
Okay.
It's important.
So as I wake up, it dematerializes.
Yes.
Ah.
And as you continue along, the lights, you can see as you're looking back down the tube, the lights are now back on in the ship. And you continue your escape from the Alexis. And as you're pulling away, you see the bodies of Pander and Krenat being sucked out into space as the Alexis explosively decompresses.
Take two stress.
No.
No, it should be removing too stressed.
Yeah.
Get the rigging gun and get those bodies over here away from the anomaly.
Okay.
So
I mean, could we retrieve them, and would they be okay?
No. No. We have had enough of your retrieval of bodies on this mission.
So that is
That was last mission.
so you are now safe and sound on the Tingler. You are moving away from the Alexis, and what do you do?
Well, what was the Alexis, right?
Well, it's still the Alexis. It's
still there. It's just no
now,
atmosphere.
Now it has no atmosphere.
Yep.
I do not remember anything more than entering the ship. Did something happen?
Something like that, Machina. Sasha
Yes,
looks
Eric,
at
you had too good of time.
I do appreciate good times.
Sasha says, "What do you think? You think we deorbit the Alexis, crash into planet?"
It's the only way to be sure.
Or do we try to leave? Or what? What do we do?
I have a feeling that
What are we going to do? If
putting all the androids next to the art triggered the portal.
What'd you say, Brett?
Well, we tried leaving already. What has changed to make us try leaving again that would make that work?
Probably nothing. So I say we deorbit the Alexis. Professor?
I think we need to head down towards the planet. But that alloy, it seems to have a... We might run into more of it on the planet, though. It seems like it... My only guess is that when we got the android, through the 3 androids, their power sources alone probably were enough to generate whatever happened, because they all shut down simultaneous. And then, obviously, that portal started happening. And the same thing kind of happened when we tried to fire the hyperdrive. You know, that's when the duplicates and, you know, everybody started seeing weird things. So it's It's definitely, I think, power source oriented
So while you're having this
is my hypotenuse.
So while you're having this conversation, as you're standing upon the deck of the SS Tingler, there's a huge thud and the sound of tearing metal as something has hit the ship, and alarms begin going off. You're getting hull breach alarms, and you can feel the ship beginning to be pulled in a direction that you notice is in the direction of the moon. Something has hit the side of the ship and is pulling you now towards the moon. Give me a piloting check for whoever has piloting skill.
Nope.
What if we have two pilots?
Eric.
I have piloting.
I have piloting as well.
Okay.
It is based on the speed check, by the way.
My speed. Okay.
I'm a 26.
I'm a 40, so that's going to give me a 44.
Okay.
I'll say you take lead, Captain.
Pilot. You have piloting as a specialty, though, right, boss?
Yeah.
I do. Yeah.
No, Eric
Oh,
has
you have
it.
a specialty. I
So
do
you
not.
should be a 50, correct?
Oh, yes.
Because it's plus 10.
Right. It's plus 10, not 10%.
Yes,
Sure.
sir.
Okay, perfect.
I'd be
Well,
36.
That's really good and really relevant because that's a 48.
Okay, so
Topical.
So you are able to you grab hold of the controls of the ship, and you be able to direct the ship with its thrusters to be able to pull away, and you'll notice that there is a cable that has a snapped cable that is leading from the side of the Tingler at this point back towards the moon itself.
I believe that we have been captured by moon pirates. We have been harpooned.
Sasha looks at Eric and says, "You're a moon pirate." Sasha, how can there be a cable from surface to ship?
I don't know.
Hey, Sasha, I'm just saying there was this old Earth phrase that says any science that is far enough advanced will look like magic to primitive peoples.
Okay, Sergeant Merlin.
All of a
Merlin did not
sudden,
say that. That
magic
was Arthur
harpoons happen.
Clarke.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Eric.
I was just going to say, Merlin did not say that. That is a quote from Arthur C. Clarke.
Yeah, you should learn a thing or two from Arthur C. Clarke.
When all else fails, ritual
Three laws
sacrifice.
of robotics.
So there's half of a harpoon sticking off the Tingler.
Yes, you now have a dangler on your Tingler.
Oh, great.
Space crabs.
Almost like a piercing, if you will,
Jesus.
possibly in a ladder formation.
Uh,
What's the next, crew?
so we're no longer being pulled toward the surface.
Fear,
You
regret.
managed to break free.
Okay.
What weaponry did we say that we outfitted the Tingler with? I forget.
Oh shit! I don't know.
It was like a laser.
That means it doesn't matter. Next.
No, it doesn't matter. I just don't remember. I wasn't expecting that. No, what that means in this case, Rich, is GM wasn't prepared for that answer.
Yeah, which means it doesn't matter.
No, because if we
immaterial.
shoot down the Alexis with its evil Cthulhu statue,
We should perform a hull integrity check.
that sounds great, Captain. Let's do
Who would
that.
like to go on an EVA?
No one would. Not now.
Who's in charge of hull integrity, Sasha?
Probably me.
Space IT.
Engineering is probably where that falls.
Just gonna
which
put that out
is-
there.
I could assist him. I have engineering as well.
Please document any moon pirates you see. I would like to know more.
Take one
Desire to
down,
know
pass it
more
around.
increases. Okay, so what do you? So you're doing a hull integrity check, is what I heard.
Yes. I think that's a smart play.
Okay.
We were struck by some sort of space harpoon.
Yeah.
So,
So Sasha, tell me what you're up to.
I'm not doing a hull integrity check.
Okay.
Um,
We appear to be at a crew impasse.
the mutiny. No.
I say we decide if we shoot down Alexis, or deorbit Alexis, or try to leave again.
We should kill the moon.
You're, no.
Stick to the choices at hand, Hitachi.
Okay.
Or we land on planet, but I don't think that is such a good idea.
While they're arguing, Reggie's gonna walk over a console and see if we're leaking atmosphere.
You are absolutely
Yes, please invent more problems.
You are absolutely leaking atmosphere.
Okay. Reggie and his vac suit's gonna go start heading towards the hull breach and see if he can seal it.
I will monitor from here.
As Reggie dons his pressure suit, another huge thud hits the side of the SS Tingler.
God.
And you begin to feel yourself being dragged towards the moon. Second verse, same as the first. Eric, you're up. Don't fuck up.
I still believe we need to kill the moon. Well, you see, the problem with your statement, John, is you said don't fuck up.
And then you did.
Because that's a 54.
54 could be worse, man.
Oh,
Could be
a lot
worse.
Could have been a crit fail.
Isn't that pasta with the plus 10%?
that is
Don't
a
challenge me.
so you have a piloting skill of plus 10%.
50.
So you're at a 50 and you rolled a 54.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so you're being pulled towards the surface. And the klaxons are beginning to sound on the Tingler. And you're being dragged towards the surface. For the record, had you passed this one, I would have let you go.
Nope. Not
Ho,
today.
ho, ho.
For the record, that
but
is
we just
honestly
can't
where I
quit you,
would have
John.
been. I'm sorry, but you are headed for the surface. You have 60 seconds to prepare. What do you do?
Great.
I panicked with reaction.
So you are headed down, and I will actually give you guys 2 weeks to figure out what it is you are in the process of doing as you are headed
I don't
towards
think we
the
need
surface
2
of the
weeks to
moon.
prepare this, but okay.
That's fine. Would you like to tell me what you're doing right now? And then we'll just I'll figure it out over the next 2 weeks. What happens to you?
Yeah, strap in to some kind of crew seat that can probably handle the impact.
Okay.
And then fire impulse to try and slow our descent as much as possible.
You
So we
said
don't
we
hit
were
like SN10.
Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent plan. And there you have it. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, you said we have about 60 seconds.
Yeah, 60 seconds. So,
Eric's
Do we
gonna
have?
go
Go
get
ahead,
him the most stable object he knows, his crate.
excellent. So Eric's in the crate.
It's like a dog going in his bed, kind of.
You got it. Back to the
If I
car.
remember, we have a plasma cutter. Couldn't we cut the cable?
In 60
Not in 60
seconds? You
seconds.
got to give her a try, buddy. I'll put you on the outside of the
'Cause we
ship.
have laser cutters.
I'll put you on the outside of the ship during impact. Let's see how that works out for you.
No, the gun
It's
that
like-
we took was, I thought, a laser cutter.
Yes.
I mean, we'd have to look into this, but I believe that's what we took.
Could
Yeah,
you
again.
We took a laser cutter, autocannon, and then the rigging gun.
Yep.
But in theory, wouldn't we be able to use the laser cutter to cut the cable that's attached to
So
us?
you were in a mining skiff, if I remember right, correct?
Right.
So
Yeah.
that laser cutter is forward facing. The chances
Okay.
of that, I will give you I'll tell you what, I'm a benevolent GM.
Oh, this should be good.
Roll me a percentage dice. If you roll less than 10%, that harpoon got you in the front, in your forward arc, and you can cut it with your laser. And I will let you off the hook.
I rolled a 70.
That is not the front of your ship,
Oh, damn.
and you are headed down.
70 seems to be the magic number of the night for me.
Yeah. So, so you're all strapped in. Eric is in, and here comes the surface. And that is the conclusion of tonight's episode of the Mothership RPG. And on behalf of the Bear Machine crew and the Painting with Menoth John squad, we are going to be looking forward to seeing you in 2 weeks. Painting with Menoth John will be back on Wednesday of next week. I'll be painting some fucking thing. And who cares? And we'll talk movies and some other shit. So, on behalf of Beer Machine and Painting with Menoth John, we'll see you next time on the Mothership Podcast. Good night, everybody. I'm gonna
Bye.
gotta figure out which one this is. Here we go. And boom.